What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Adventures of Mark and Finn presents the Three Amigos. This has been a long time coming. It's a pretty big deal for us. This is our first official live stream video, minus some test runs we did. But I finally got my brother from another mother, Brent, right here, my best bud from way back. Brent, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm Brent. You and I have known each other for quite a long time. It's like first and second grade. Kind of you and your family is kind of the reason I got into comics. Your mom was my teacher, used to watch me over the summer and everything, and we kind of just had a full access to your dad's collection because he'd been collecting for how long?
Since he was 16, so
Yeah.
like the late 60s.
Yeah, so we pretty much had access to everything growing up, and I kind of got back into the collecting and reading aspect of it back in 2014, I think, whenever Marvel had come out with Original Sin. Kind of got me back into it. But yeah, so this is something Mark and I have been discussing for a few months at this point. I know he's been doing a few unboxing videos and stuff like that, and we're going to kind of look to expand on that going forward. We're going to do more double team videos like this. We want to start discussing books that we pick up each week, whether that be Tuesday or Wednesday with DC's new shipping schedule. Just kind of, go over what we picked up for the week, discuss the stories, and all that good stuff. We're going to do more unboxings. Mark and I are constantly getting stuff in throughout the week.
Constantly.
Yes. Yeah. I know myself right now, I'm expecting a few packages over the next couple days. So we'll be able to do videos on that. We're going to start covering other types of media. Or whether it be DC or Marvel TV shows, a lot of the movies coming out as well, in addition to the comic aspect of it. And we want to start documenting the live events that we go to. Recently, there was a Clayton Crane signing in our hometown of Augusta, and we were both there, had a good time. Myself, I attend Heroes Con up in Charlotte every year. I know Mark and I are both planning on going to that, so we'll be able to do some videos on that, pandemic willing. But yeah, I think that's kind of the direction that we want to start taking this thing in.
I'm stoked for Heroes next year if we can go.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I've gone the last 5 or 6 years, and I always have a blast. Lots of great artists.
Been going to little conventions with Dad ever since they had the Augusta Comic Show all the way back into the early 90s. And I can remember the last time I went to one of those, I think was like 2006, and Infinite Crisis had just wrapped up. And me and him were arguing over the merits of a tie-in issue's value. And he just kept telling me, just wait, it's going to go down. Because it was only up to like $20. I'm like, Dad, it's worth it. I'm telling you. And yeah, I remember going to that with him, and then going to Heroes with him in 2013 and seeing just the scope of Heroes. It was life-changing. I got so many cool art pieces, and got a talk with Mike Mignola for like 20 minutes before they opened, and met Earl Norm, who's a fantastic painter, did old He-Man stuff and Avenger stuff. And it was just a really awesome experience. I'm really looking forward to that. Dad's looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll even be able to get my brother John to go with us and make it an awesome event. And I know Finn will have a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Finn, of course, his chair is always right here and open for whenever he decides to pop up. Finn, you want to come do video? No, he's playing with his cars. But yeah, I'm stoked for that. Well, last time I went to Heroes, I was able to meet Stan Lee and get some stuff signed, my Toy Biz Hulk action figure and a photograph of us. And that's probably one of my cherished items.
Oh, yeah.
Just that photo of me and Stan that holds no value to anyone else unless they look exactly like me. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, Heroes is a great convention.
It is. I just love how much actual comic content it is. And We were
Yeah, it's
sitting in on the
very.
panels and everything with fire, dude. It was when Quarter Owls was going on and Zack Snyder was talking about that, and it was just barely almost halfway into it, so all the mystery of it hadn't unfolded yet, and that's all in
Oh,
one month.
nice.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, it's very grassroots convention. Get a lot of FaceTime with writers and artists and everything. It's
Yeah,
really awesome. I've got a ton of art from there myself.
yeah, I've seen some of them. They're really cool.
Yeah.
But moving forward with the channel, we definitely look forward to trying to get on like a routine with on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on our work schedules, trying to get a live video out where we talk about books that we pick up and give other people that pick up during the week a chance to jump in the discussion with us. If not, the video will be up later to watch where you can always comment, and we'll absolutely check those comments and still try to do our best to interact with people as quick as possible. Brent does work in the medical field and is very limited to his schedule, and I do work a full-time job in a house full of kids, so we do the best we can. And we're just looking forward to having fun on this and not taking it too serious. Just we just love comics, and we just want to be able to talk about them as freely with each other as we can. And since he doesn't live in Augusta anymore, this is the next best thing, and hopefully we'll meet some cool people out there that can join the discussion with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You and I have had very lengthy discussions about a lot of stuff that's been coming out over the last year, and this was sort of we just kind of be like, man, we should really start like a podcast or something just with us discussing this and the possibilities and where they've gone with, especially in the DC universe, how far back a lot of this stuff is actually reaching from Dark Side War to now.
Yeah.
So we've had quite a good bit of discussions on a lot of that stuff. And so we're kind of looking forward to bringing that here, just kind of our brand of the way that we discuss and speculate storylines and comics and everything. The way that Mark and I collect is very, very similar, but it's just as different as it is similar as well.
Just because we hype each other up about stories.
Oh,
You read
definitely.
something that I would never dream of thinking about reading, like Murder Falcon, and you just tell me
Yeah, I
how
was just about
awesome
to
it is,
say.
and I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll check it out one day, and you're like, yeah, he will, but not when I want him to. So the next time you come to town, you just get me the trade, and I read it
Yeah,
in one sitting because it's so good. Like, dude, I just got the hair on my arm just stood up just thinking about it. It was that good. And then I
yeah,
find that dude did Wonder Woman Dead Earth, which just
yeah,
was fantastic too. Just such an awesome artist. So the color palettes he used, the way that he's such a visual storyteller. It doesn't matter how goofy or ridiculous or extreme something sounds, like a falcon with a metal arm who's controlled by rock and roll,
yeah,
But he
yeah.
makes it work. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I used to play music as well, and that comic was, or that 8-issue miniseries was the first time that every single issue in that series had given me goosebumps.
Yes.
It was amazing.
It was.
If you haven't read it, highly recommend it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, getting on to the format of what we want our midweek shows to look like, what are some of the things that come out this week, today, and tomorrow that you have on your pull list?
So for me, kind of a different week. There are a couple things I'm picking up that I don't normally pick up on a regular basis. The first one is Detective Comics 1027, the celebration of 1,000 issues of Batman. Any Batman fan is going to be picking that up. Plus, it's 144-page spectacular. So I can't
Basically
really.
a trade.
Yeah, you can't really miss
Them
out
jokers
on
is
that.
thick.
Yeah, it's a big milestone for Batman, so I'll be supporting that. Kind of keeping with the trend of things I don't normally pick up. We're going to go with Justice League this week as well. I'm sure in a future video, Mark and I will be discussing Dark Knight's Death Metal. That's something he and I are both heavily invested in, and I think the next few issues of Justice League are a death metal tie-in. So I'll be picking that up, and we'll more than likely be discussing it as well. Kind of on a non-pull list type of thing is the Spider-Man Sins of Norman Osborn that's coming out this week. I won't be picking that up as a monthly issue, but I was lucky enough to order the Spider-Man negative variant, the John Tyler Christopher.
Very cool.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully that is getting shipped out tomorrow when the book itself releases.
Very optimistically thinking of you right there.
Yeah, especially only with $2 shipping, so we'll see how that goes as well. But one of the things that I've been picking up regularly for the past few years and is coming to an end soon is Outcast by Robert Kirkman and Paul Azaceta. I think that's how you say his last name.
Sounds right to me. Never heard of him.
Yeah. He's a really great artist. I've met him at Heroes Con a few times, speaking of that, and I think it's on its last few issues. I think the one coming out this week is 46 or 47, and the series ends at 48, if I'm remembering correctly. So I'll be picking that up and then discussing that, going kind of in further into detail as to what that series has entailed thus far, and leading up to the epic conclusion to that. And then the last thing I'll be picking up this week is a big personal favorite of mine. It's starting the 4th volume. It's a quarterly comic. It's called Headlopper from Andrew McLean. He is the writer and the artist of that story. It is about a Viking named Nergal who carries around a witch's head that gives him crap all the time. It's a great story. The artwork is very simple and cartoony, but it jumps out to me for whatever reason. And I'll be discussing that as well as I get my books. As my comic situation's a little different than everybody else's.
Just reminded me of the Last Night on Earth when Batman was carrying around Joker's head.
Yeah. It's very similar to that as well.
Talking trash to him.
Yeah, it's really cool. So that's what I'm picking up this week. Barring, I think there's a couple of the timeless variants that I'll be picking up, just being a huge Alex Ross fan.
Nice. Yeah, I'm stoked for the Alex Ross stuff myself.
Yeah.
That takes me back to elementary school when I did a curriculum fair project on doing my rendition of his Shazam sketch out of the back of Kingdom Come.
Oh, yeah.
And I turned that in for a project. When I was in 6th grade, I did a book report on Kingdom Come because that book was so impactful to me at the time. And my lit teacher in 6th grade, Miss Banks, instead of even giving me a grade, called my parents and told them that this isn't allowed. And so the next day when I went into school, I took the novelization form of the comic. And I didn't read the novelization form, especially not in 6th grade. I read the comic. But I took that in and handed it to her and told her, this is what my book report is on. And she was about to fail me and gave me a 100 on it. Just impressed with my reading selection.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm definitely stoked for 2 of the timeless variants that are coming out. I didn't pick up the ones from last week because the Submariner one was on Empire Aftermath, and I'm not giving Empire another one of my dollars. I wanted just some more reading material, so I started picking up Empire. It was the absolute worst story I've ever read in my life.
Yeah,
that being said, the last tie-in issue of X-Men, when me and Finn were at the shop, he kind of just bit one of the issues, not where it was unsellable by any means, but just because Paul and Donna are so awesome at the Augusta Book Exchange, I just bought it, and I read it, and it was one of the most engaging, enjoyable, diehard Magneto books I've ever read. Like that, this is Eric. If you need a good representation of Magneto, that was it. But I refuse to give Empire any more of my money, even at the cost of a good Alex Ross cover. And I'm not going down the rabbit hole of getting all these modern variants right now. If I want them later, I'll go back and get them. But Immortal Hulk 37 comes out, and I've gotten all of those issues and have all the Alex Ross issues, even the extra cover he did for number 15 and the 2 San Diego Comic-Con exclusives he did for number 20. I got those signed as well. So I'm going to get the timeless cover for that, as well as the Immortal Hulk issue 0 special they're doing. I picked up all the little specials they've done. They've been really cool. They did an Absolute Carnage one that was awesome, where you learn that a symbiote can't just host with the Hulk without the Hulk's permission. That's what kind of level the Hulk was on. Like all of his different Hulk personalities had to sit down and have a table discussion if they were going to allow the symbiote to bond with him to achieve the objective in the book. And it was a really cool aspect to learn. And then the Great Power was awesome with Spider-Man in it, but won't get into that one. If you haven't read it, you should check it out. It really shows you how good of a heart Peter Parker has. He's A1. But then the new Iron Man series starts next week, and I think they're using kind of the mold that they went with the Incredible Hulk, where they kind of took it back to its roots to start the Immortal Hulk line, like taking it back to his monster roots and coming out at night, just building off that. Because we're taking Iron Man back to quote unquote his nuts and bolts, and just seeing what makes the man and how much of him is the suit, just more of the mechanical aspect instead of the IT aspect of it. And they're also letting Alex Ross do the run on the covers. So I'll be getting all the Ross covers for that and the Timeless one for that as well. And nobody really can do Iron Man the way he does Iron Man. Like, you're able to see his eyes. You can, I don't know, it's just awesome. You can see the mechanics in it.
Yeah.
And there's no indie books I'm picking up coming out tomorrow. There's no Ranger books. We only find them when their Dead's not coming out. I get Spawn sporadically. They have that awesome Death Dealer cover that came out, the cover swipe. I love Frazetta. You and my wife cahooted for my birthday and got me the Gunslinger variant, which was awesome. Yeah. I'm about to be doing a Let's Talk Todd video here in the soon future about some comic Todds, and Spawn will be part of that discussion because I have a really cool Spawn package coming shortly that I've told you about.
Yeah.
That involves, yeah. But so that's all that's coming out tomorrow for me. But today I did pick up Joker War Part 5, which is Batman 99, which has been really awesome. It's been unique, and for one, Joker is my favorite villain, so Joker stuff I do get excited about. I don't go crazy with the hype, but this was a big story for him, so I checked it out. And we're like talking about Court of Owls, where that was the first time we really saw Batman scared. This is the first time I've really seen Batman just taken down to nothing. Doesn't have his money, doesn't have his toys. It's pretty much just Bruce Wayne. He still has some gadgets and all, but he has none of his resources at his disposal. Wayne Industries is going everything. So it's really cool to see how he's realizing he can't do it alone, that he's not enough for everything, and it requires family. And as you're mentioning, death metal has been a big deal. Thankfully, they haven't been doing tie-ins across the board like they did with metal, with Teen Titans and this and that and that. But I already pick up Justice League. I love Justice League. I've watched even Joss Whedon's cut of the movie 100 times because my kid loves it, my wife loves it. I just enjoy seeing the characters on screen. I like to see them live. Before we had all this, all we had were Alex Ross Strongs if we wanted to see what they looked like real. But I'm stoked on the Snyder cut, though, man. But I did get Justice League. I'm stoked to see this ragtag awesome team with Detective Chimp right there in the forefront go break the Legion out and get the Legion back together. Because with the way that the Justice League year, the villain stuff ended, and the way Hell Arisen ended, they just been taking L's left and right. So I'm ready to see how they come back with a vengeance. And if it's anything like the metal stuff, they're not going to really accomplish much. But it'll still be fun watching them try. It'll be fun. And for Justice League, I normally don't care what cover I get. I just let Paul, the guy who owns the Book Exchange, just put whatever one he wants in my box. But I did ask for both covers of this one, not for any specialty of anything other than it's just a beautiful cover. It's got Starro.
Oh, yeah.
Starro.
Can't beat Starro.
Can't beat Starro. Maybe Jarro.
Maybe
Jarro. That was the coolest sidekick that Batman's ever had.
Yeah.
Thank you, Snyder, for that awesomeness. But he was really cool, and that was an awesome moment in death metal when he was finally reunited with Batman, dude. For this sarcastic, goofy little telepathic alien to create an emotional moment in a comment, that was just really cool. He was just so happy.
With Batman, nonetheless.
Yeah, with Batman. But speaking of Batman, I pick up Detective Comics. I don't get all the Joker War tie-ins. I haven't been picking up Nightwing or Catwoman, and that's okay with me. But I do pick up Detective, and I'm super stoked for this landmark issue. And that's the cover A, Andy Kubert wraparound cover. So that Batman classic awesome pose on the front. You got the team on the back there, Alfred and Robin. And the Moira. And I didn't just pick up that one cover of that. Huge Superman fan. He's my favorite DC character. It's an original Superman 2 movie poster, by the way. So I did get the Jim Lee cover, just so I could get the Boy Scout on there. And the back of these even look fantastic.
I wish that they made that a cover.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Can't remember the name of the guy that did the cover with him crouching the gargoyle with his cape out like actual wings, and they look veiny. they should have done that instead of that one.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
With all of these specials, the Detective, the Action 1000, the issue 750 specials that came out, the 80th anniversaries. Every time Delato's done a cover, I've gotten the Delato cover, even if I had to order it from a special party. I even got my dad one for his birthday of the Delato Superman. Just that was the coolest one they did of him just sitting in the fortress looking all like Chris Reeves, man. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That Chris Reeves is my Superman. Love Henry Cavill, love him to death. He's perfect, but that's my Superman. So I did pick up the Delato cover, and this much my favorite bat suit. If that was the symbol was just the yellow one, it'd be perfect. But with the blue cape and cowl with the gray and the yellow belt, I love it.
Yeah, that Detective Comics 1000 that he did was probably one of my favorite covers.
Yeah, it's sitting in the room. It's fantastic. Him just kind of walking up. I'm glad that Clayton Crane's costume was a similar color palette too, because I got that one as well and got it signed and was lucky enough to get that remark that he did because he messed up my Infinity signature and just signed straight yellow. So I was blessed enough that he sat there and remarked it, even with his little road manager fussing about it. He still did it. It was really cool.
That was awesome. He's a good dude.
He is a good dude. So I'm looking forward to getting that one back from grading. I've got, I think it's 9 or 10 books that I had sent off over the course of a month to get graded. And and for the first time ever in my life, I had to buy Golden Age bag and boards for some stuff that's coming in the mail. Today I received 2 out of 11 packages I'm waiting on, and some of them are going to require Golden Age bags and boards. They are not Golden Age books. They're definitely old, but they're not actual Golden Age books. And normally I would just hound my dad for a bigger bag or board because he has all of them for Golden Age books. But I don't want to do that because this is a good 2 lots of books that are coming in, and I'm probably going to end up giving them to my dad anyways because he was super schoolboy excited about them when I told him I won them in a sniping war. But another thing that I scored yesterday, actually, it came in. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but it took me 2 tries. I don't really go to the store often anymore except for essentials. And when I have gone, I haven't spotted that out anywhere. So me and the wife just ordered one. And the first one, when it came in, as soon as I opened it, the plastic was split down the side and someone had jacked the digital copy. So I just gave it to Dad. Because I have to have a hard copy. I love going through all the special features. I love having that hard copy. But the digital codes are life because me and Brent, we share our digital library, and I keep that thing loaded. So, like I said, I did get 2 packages in the mail. If you ain't got nothing else right now, I got them pre-cut. We can go ahead and open these bad boys.
No, go right ahead, man.
Well, this one I want to give a shout out to Burt Family 54 Comics because I talked with him a little bit. He's a really cool guy. The comic jabroni who recently passed away before he did recommended I also check out his channel because he's a huge Ranger fan. And me and Brent grew up with Rangers. Like we're at the perfect age. We started right, and we were right in school at a young age. We were growing up for the movie and everything. So it's just been something that's never left us. Like Rangers for days.
Yeah, you'd actually gotten me into reading the new series. I just got caught up on that a couple weeks ago after a month or 2 long hunt for every single issue of the Power Rangers.
Rabbit trail, didn't I?
Yeah. Plus some pretty. I got lucky with the variants on that one. So
one day we're just gonna have to do a variant video because there's
that'd be cool.
But yeah, you waited till what, like issue 48 hit shelves before you started picking up both series? And now you have both series all within like a 2-month period.
Yep, all caught up.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. You there? There you are. You froze up on me a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Had a little lag, but yeah, this first book, I know that Burt Family 54 Comics would appreciate. I seen that he had one of these 1 in 25 variants. I think his was issue number 8, the Megazord. Now I've got one in issue number 1 and 2, but there's issue number 7, the 1 in 25 Montez Zord variant.
It's an awesome one.
I've got the Red Ranger and the Green Ranger already. The Green Ranger is always my favorite, but that just means the White Ranger is my second favorite.
Yeah.
But I love all these Zord variants with their the Ranger silhouetted on them.
Yeah, I've always been pretty partial to the White Tiger Zord myself.
Yeah, I've got it back in the room, the
Yeah.
actual in the box. And this looks great. There's no spine ticks on it. There's no beat up corners because I have my White Ranger issue 0, 1, and 100 variant off getting graded right now. This would be a great companion piece for it.
Yeah.
And talking about if this is the one I think is, yes. Going back to the Let's Talk Todd thing. There's Batman 366, the first appearance of Jason Todd as Robin.
Very nice.
In a decent grade.
Oh, yeah.
So especially with this is one that I've been talking to you about with things I intend on chasing and filling little collector holes of mine, just trying to get a Jason Todd stuff. I actually worked at the Augusta Book Exchange in high school when the whole Red Hood stuff was happening. And I had gotten all that whole Batman annual, I think 614 or something, when his first appearance of the Red Hood and the Hush stuff. And I've had a few moves, a few wild things happen in life, some bad storm issues that happen that mess up a chunk of my collection. And those are kind of lost me right now. So I've been on a Jason Todd hunt because after reading the Three Jokers, and my wife got me Death in the Family for Christmas last year because she knew that was a big deal. And I've got that Joker outfit, that I wear. And we've been talking about dressing Finn up as Robin and putting some black eyes on him because that'd be an inappropriately awesome costume
Oh,
to get
yeah.
up with. But so just trying to cap off that Jason Todd stuff. I do have the first appearance of Jason Todd and Killer Croc, one book. That's one that's on the way to me. And with Three Jokers, man, that was just like the end cap to it, man. Like
Yeah.
that was fantastic. I don't know who's read it yet. That's something we might just have to do a talk on when I don't know, probably wait till all of our books get here since we both have the sets coming.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool to do.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, so that's all I got for this week and a couple things that showed up in the mail. I'm sure that there'll be unboxing stuff throughout the week or whatnot. And I'm looking forward to doing more videos.
Definitely, yeah.
Hey, man, if you're good, man, I'm about to sign off. And until next time.
Yeah, I did want to show off real fast. I got a
Fire.
This Web of Spider-Man 9.4. You'll find out about me, of course, as a kid growing up in the 90s. We were big symbiote Spider-Man fans, Venom, all that good stuff. So I had been kind of on a hunt for the last year or so, collecting all of the symbiote first appearances and everything from Spectacular Spider-Man 90 to was the Marvel Team Up 141, and of course Spider-Man 252. And I thought I had completed the run, and then I was like, oh, I got to get the Death of the Symbiote as well. So I was able to pick up this 9.4 pretty cheap. Very happy about it. I've actually got a raw one on the way as well.
It's a 9.4 day.
9.4 brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just one aspect of the collecting. Of course, I was a big
You
Ben
have to
Reilly
display
fan.
that one next to your other Spider-Man up there.
Yeah. So I have the Amazing Spider-Man 149 right there. The first appearance of the clone that would later become Ben Reilly. Of course, being a kid of the 90s, I was a huge Ben Reilly fan, especially the Scarlet Spider suit with a light blue hoodie. That's super
One of the
awesome.
coolest suits.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right behind 2099.
Yeah, that's debatable. But I got the 149 right there. And then right next to it, I have my X-Men 266 graded that you actually got me for my birthday. Yeah. And then I've got an Alex Ross 9.8 on this side over here. That was actually
Yeah.
perfect too. I didn't even mean to get like that. That was on
Yeah, it's
point
hard
point.
getting. Yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
getting it down pat like this.
Yeah. So yeah, that was one thing I got. Like I said, I got a couple more three more packages coming in this week. So I'm sure we'll be doing sporadic videos on that type of stuff. So
Yeah, I might just as hard as it'll be, just hold off on opening stuff and just try just to have like a Christmas morning video on Friday or Saturday or something, and just bust stuff down, or either just unbox it all and just show it off, because it takes a while cutting into stuff.
for sure, yeah, definitely. I know the two of mine will be here Friday, and I have one that'll be here on Thursday as well. But I work Friday night, so again, we're working out the kinks. We'll be able to hammer down something a little more regular as we continue to do this and get better at it. It's always learning opportunities. So
Yeah. We're definitely gonna have to learn how to streamline some of these. I don't know if you have a counter in your corner.
yeah, I do. I mean, hey, I mean that's cool though. I'm sure they'll even get longer as we start
This ain't
discussing our
Quibi.
weekly books. And what's that?
I said this ain't Quibi.
Yeah. Yeah, as we get into more discussions and stuff like that, I'm sure it'll, probably be around the same length or longer, knowing you and I with our endless speculation and theories and all that stuff. So again, we look forward to bringing our sort of brand of discussion to comics, looking forward to interacting with the community as well.
Hell yeah. That's good stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
I want to gather up this child who hasn't napped all day.
Oh, yeah. Well, have fun with that, sir.
Yeah, it will be. He's gonna be crazy as hell tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's too tired to even come over here. I have his card sitting over here with me, even, and
Oh, he's not
just
even.
as like his bait,
Yeah.
He's so delirious, he thought he was walking around, picking stuff up and just throwing it down. It's a good dude, real good dude.
Yeah.
He's the tripod that holds this up.
Oh, definitely. I was hoping he would have got on, but alas.
When you're his age and sleep deprived, you just make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, this has definitely been fun. I'm glad this is
For sure.
This worked out pretty smooth. And thanks again to Burt Family 54 Comics for suggesting I try out this streaming avenue. It was really not difficult to figure out. And yeah,
Not at all.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I look forward to this kind of us getting introduced into more of the comic community out there. And this is gonna be fun, man.
Definitely. Look forward to the next one.
Yep. Till then.
Later.
See you later.